Chelsea Football Club, Christopher Nkunku's future is in the air once again because the club wants him to stay there, making it public. However, the player is unhappy and things need to change quickly. We've got the full article. REES James, we've got more clarity on his injury. I'm telling you now, the words short term is a different definition in Enzo Maresca's news and my news, because I'm telling you now, this isn't short term. This is going to be a significant period. I'll tell you why. Furthermore, Chelsea had a very good meeting apparently with all the scouts. Enzo Maresca popped in. However, the scouts are only looking at players abroad, but Cobham players were given respected credit. 5 names were mentioned and I'll tell you who they are. And finally, Petrovic. A lot of people have forgotten about him. He's on loan at Strasbourg and it looks like he's the Serbia #1. And there's a way back for him at Chelsea. I'll tell you more. But before we get started, what I need from every single one of you. First, hit that like button and in the comments below, let me know what number like you are and where you're watching from. Honestly, I love knowing geographically there's so many fans that watch football, love Chelsea and watch the Kavkas View. It's a great mix. Furthermore, subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is the place where you get your Chelsea dietitian. I'm your Chelsea dietitian and you get the nutrition. Let's get started. Christopher Nkunku is a very interesting player. Christopher Nkunku is very talented. In my opinion, he if you build a team around him, could be the vocal point of somebody's team that goes for a top 4 finish in the Premier League. I don't think he's good enough to be the main player of a Premier League winning side. I'll be honest, I don't think he's creative enough. People always attack me when I say this. I believe he's a natural goal scorer. I think you give him opportunities, he will fundamentally score great goals. You give him areas of the ball, he'll do individual brilliance to create an opportunity for himself. I don't think he has the passing range, the weight of pass to create for others in a way that a Cole Palmer or a Joao Felix can. I just don't believe it. But he is a good player. What has happened? Recently, The Athletic has been reporting alongside other sources such as L'Equipe in France, the player is unhappy. Well, now The Athletic has come out and said, look, the player, a source close to the player has reiterated, he's not happy with his current predicament. He wants to play and he believes he should be starting. However, he has not vocally voiced these concerns to the club. He believes that there's a chance there, if he gets opportunities, he will break through into the team. Then they added another element to the news. They said Chelsea believe this is a vital first team member. Not only is he a vital first team member, it will take an extraordinary offer to get him out of the club. What do I think? It's exactly what I told you guys for the last month. This player believes he's good enough to play. He should not be happy with a bench role. However, Nicholas Jackson has done more than him in the opportunities that he's been given to make sure that that shirt remains his. So what he has to do is buy his time till the summer. When he gets opportunities, make sure he takes them. And if he doesn't take them, well, that's your fault. Because the reality is, if he doesn't get those opportunities, he will move on, he will go somewhere else, and he will play as a first-team starter. However, does he suit Enzo Maresca's system? That's a different question. That's a conversation to be had. Personally, I don't think he suits him because he's not a number 9. And the role he's being asked to do is not fair to him. I don't think he's in the top 2 best players that can do that pocket role at Chelsea. I think both Palmer and Felix are significantly better than him. So he's stuck in a little predicament because he can't play on the left wing. He's not mobile, nor is he quick enough. It's a little bit of a sticking point. It's a little bit of a hiccup. But that's the Christopher Nkunku news. He's happy as long as he gets given a chance. Once he gets given the chance, it's up to him to make sure that it's his. The REES James news shocked a lot of people, not me. I've been saying REES James has played 3 games. It's a miracle. I've literally been saying it because I just don't believe REES James at this moment in time has a body that you can count on to be here for 30% of the 30 out of the 38 games. REES James at this moment in time has played 24% of the Premier League games this year. That's minutes-wise, it's 24%. It's not great. However, the reaction yesterday for REES James getting injured was actually nasty. The number of people said, we have to sell him. He's not good enough. Strip him of the captaincy. He's getting paid too much. I understand you're frustrated. I really do. And REES James understands you're frustrated. He released an Instagram message which said, basically, thank you for all your kind messages. You don't know how much it means. This is a challenging time for me. I am getting annoyed. However, I must accept it. Injuries are part of the game. It's part of him. And he also wished people a happy festive period coming up. That tells me this short-term injury, he's out until the new year. And this sucks because the fact that he's out till the new year means we're going to see Disasi at right back a lot more. And we're going to see rotation in that right back position that isn't ideal. It's rotation where it should have been Gusto +1. This is where Josh Achimpong, broski, sign your contract. And as soon as you sign it, make sure you get promises that you will be given opportunities. And once you get those opportunities, grab them, take them. However, with the Reece James thing, I'm going to say this, and we're going to not visit this situation unless there's something new that comes out. Reece James doesn't want to be hurt. And I think as supporters, as fans, as people that love the club, we need to understand, no matter how much you and I love this club, no matter how much we love Reece James wanting to be fit, the frustration we feel is nowhere near to the frustration he feels. Yes, he gets paid 200k a week. Yes, he lives in a great house. Yes, he's most probably driving a phenomenal car. But primarily, he's a footballer. He wants to play football. Do you think it psychologically is nice for him that he's basically not playing in his prime years, like in the years of his career where he should be playing week in, week out, regular time, contributing to the team as a captain? No, it's mentally draining. It's psychologically draining. And the worst thing is, I don't think he can control these injuries. He definitely has the best team around him. Chelsea have changed medical staff. He's lost the weight. He's consistently working on his body. He's had the surgery. And he still keeps getting hamstring muscular injuries. Sometimes I think, you know what? Some people's bodies just aren't cut out for top flight football. Maybe if he goes to a Serie A, maybe like a Christian Pulisic, a Ruben Loftus-Cheek, a Tomori, his injuries might stop. They might just stop. And the reality is, if that happens, we're all going to be saying, oh, we didn't sort it out. Look at him shining somewhere else. Guys, we just have to accept he's got an injury. It's not ideal. It really isn't ideal when your captain can't play more than 24% of the games. So I get it. You're frustrated. But I think the hate messages are just unnecessary. This is where we need to gather together and support the guy and give him the nice messages. And all I'm going to say is, if Reece, you see this video, broski, I'm sorry this is happening to you. Trust me, I want nothing more than you being on that football pitch. Because the 3 games that you played were absolutely great. And you showed us why we love watching you play football. Get well soon. Enjoy your Christmas and your festive period. On to some exciting news. And the exciting news is that Chelsea's scouts all apparently gathered at Cobham and had a huge meeting where Enzo Maresca popped in, and everyone got really energized and understood the next vision for the club and what they're trying to achieve. The goal is to go find more young players that they can invest in, improve the current squad, and develop further. The Estevãos, the Kendry Paises of the world. What was interesting from that meeting, and the reason I'm talking about this is, straight in that article, there was also a direct, explicit mention of the club is looking internally as well. And one name was left off that list, Josh Achimpong. Normally, everything we've heard is Tariq George, Josh Achimpong. Tariq George, Josh Achimpong. Josh Achimpong, Tariq George. They're the 2 that you consistently hear. However, on this occasion, 5 players were mentioned. A gentleman called McMahon, Muheka, Raksaki, Keon Dyer, and Tariq George. No mention of Josh Achimpong. They are the 5 players now touted that Cobham will keep an eye on. The sporting directors are telling the scouts about them. Any players that we're trying to sign are being directly compared to these players to almost set the standard. This is the level of player that we're looking for. And for me, this is what should be done. What I think should happen is we should develop Cobham players, and in any positions that we find someone that's extraordinary, someone super special, go and acquire. An Estevão. Estevão is generational. Kendry Pais, great player that's going to cost 15 million. Tomorrow he could cost 40 million. Do you understand what I mean? You need to look at stuff like that. That level of talent, Anselm Mino, go secure him. However, don't forget your Tariq Georges. Do not forget your Mahekas. Do not forget your Rios that have moved on to Liverpool now. Make sure that Chelsea's Cobham graduates remain the most competitive and we get the best creme de la creme talent. Because if we do, it makes sure that there's always a pathway. And especially if the whole pathway is envisaged through the fact that Chelsea will develop players, sell them on for profit, or they make the first team. That's fantastic, because that's what we're here for. The final piece of story is regarding Petrovic, and this is a very interesting one. So Petrovic at this moment in time is on loan at Strasbourg. Strasbourg are leaking goals for fun, but they're scoring goals for fun as well. They're a really fun team to watch. I've watched a few games due to André Santos and actually Diego Moreira. it's very interesting to see what happens to players that everyone called bums. Everybody said, you know what, this Diego Moreira is a bum, he's rubbish. He ain't good enough. He's gone there, he's playing left wing back, getting assists, great performances, confident, expressing himself, vocal leader. All of a sudden, that free agent transfer, that 8 million that we got, Strasbourg could potentially sell him on for 15, 20 million one day. That's how good he's starting to look. So for me, what am I saying about Petrovic? Well, Petrovic now has got his first start for Serbia. And not only did he get his first start, he's in pole position to become the number one. Why is this important? When you're your country's number one, transfer fees increase. Meaning, there'll be more information about you that clubs will look at. So they say, oh, Petrovic, oh, he's the Serbia number one. Great. He's playing Liga, regular minutes. Great. He's playing in the Premier League. Great. They'll want to buy him. I think his pathway to Chelsea, even though Nazir Cancela said is existent, it's not. He just can't pass the ball the way that Enzo Maresca want him to. So for me, what Petrovic needs to do is stay at Strasbourg, play minute. Next year, either Strasbourg buy him outright, or, which I think is going to happen, Chelsea are going to sell him somewhere else. This is what I think is going to happen. I think Chelsea will try to get around about 15 to 20 million for him, eat that profit because they paid 9 to 10 for him originally, and he's going to move on. This is great for him because originally he was in, I think, playing for the New England MLS team, and whilst he was known in the MLS as a great shot stopper, Petrovic was never going to become the Serbia number one player in the MLS. He's come, he had a year experience in the Premier League, he's gone to Ligue 1, and he's getting praise in Ligue 1, he's an international starter, his career is taken in a nice turn. It's just another proof that this club is going in the right direction. Now, what I need for you guys to do is turn your heads to the Chelsea versus Leicester game on this weekend. And here's the match preview where I absolutely have my initial reactions to the REES James injury and Enzo Maresca's press conference. Go check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out. See you guys for the match review tomorrow. Bye.